멈추지 않아도 돼 stay 더는 움직일 수 없도록 깊숙이 스며들어 stay with me tonight stay tonight tell me what you wanna do run away stay tonight.
Hey guys, today I'm gonna be talking about non-Asians in K-pop, and not just that but more variety in general. I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as I can in this video, but nobody is perfect. I just want you guys to know that. Also, I am mostly gonna be talking about Kaachi, Lana, Z-Girls/Boys, and UHSN. I know there are a few more, but I don't know as much about them, so I won't be going into detail about them. I touched a little bit on this in my unpopular K-pop opinions video, but I will be going into more detail here. I know for most people this is a sensitive subject and you will either agree with me or disagree with me, and that is okay. I just ask that if you disagree with something I say, be tasteful about it and don't act like a 4-year-old. Thanks. The first thing I want to say is that I am one of the people who is open to more variety in K-pop. I would love to see more groups like Z-Girls and Z-Boys, but I think that if a non-Asian or even international Asian wants to join K-pop, they need to work just as hard as the other trainees. K-pop is one of the few things Asians have, and I don't want overly privileged people to take that away from them. If a non-Asian is gonna join a K-pop company, I want the company to treat them the same as anyone else, no special treatment. They need to be multi-talented like other idols and not get free passes. Also, I just want to say, throwing a few random Korean sentences into a song, especially if you don't speak Korean, and calling it K-pop does not mean it is K-pop. It's more like K-flop. Cough, cough. Ollie London and Kaachi cough. Not just anyone can be a K-pop idol. You can't take the easy way out and blame it on the fact you are not Asian. But I also want to say that K-pop and American pop are very different, so saying, just join American pop since you live in America, or whatever, is not the same thing. Also, you have to be respectful of the Korean culture. I'm just saying. My first victim is Lana. I honestly don't get the huge hate train behind Lana. I will admit that her first song was super poorly composed. There are places that get obviously louder than others, and it kinda sounds like a cover and not an official studio recording, but none of that is her fault. I will say her stage voice was a bit shaky, but whose isn't? I think Lana could have done with a longer trainee period, because I have the feeling she only trained for a few months, a year at most, and most idols get 2 to 7 years of training. But again, not her fault. It was her company's fault for debuting her too early. Her dancing skills are very good and she has pretty good stage presence. I do think her singing isn't strong enough to be a soloist, so I think she should have been in a group, but again, that's not her fault. I do see why they made her a soloist. It would have been kinda awkward looking to put her in a group with Asians in it, because I doubt that they have many other non-Asian trainees, and even if they do, the more people, the more things to hate on, so I get why they debuted a relatively unproblematic non-Asian. One thing that I think is very important is that Lana is respectful of the Korean culture. She also has never claimed to be Korean and is proud that she is Russian. Overall, I don't see anything wrong with Lana herself. The only problems I can find are all her company's fault. Also, I liked her first song even though it was poorly composed, and you can see she's already improved a lot since Take the Wheel. Make It Real bop pretty hard. Also, I'm pretty sure Lana wrote Make It Real, so just goes to show that it's not Lana who is problematic. So stop hating on her like it is. Moving on to my next victim, UHSN. I know that this isn't an actual group. For those of you who don't know, UHSN was a program where they flew 10 girls from all over the world to Korea to learn about real Korean culture, and as a kind of going away thing, they made a K-pop music video. I won't be going into details on things like their singing and dancing skills because they haven't been trained for that and I feel like it would be unfair. Also, I saw a video of one of the girls talking about her experience and she said they only had like 2 days to learn the dance before filming, so I think considering that they did a great job. I actually love the song. It is so cute and happy and it always makes me smile. I've heard people saying that it would look weird to have a mixed group, and while I think that at first it might, I think that if they slowly add more variety it wouldn't look weird. I actually think it is super sweet seeing all the girls like this. If UHSN was an actual group I would have totally stained them. From the one song they released, their music is my taste. I really love their bright and happy concept. Every time I watch their videos I smile because I think it's really great to see everyone together. Also, considering they had no previous training, I think they had pretty good singing voices. Also, a big deal to me is that they were respectful of the Korean culture. I think if a non-ASEAN wants to join K-pop, then they must be respectful of Korean culture and they need to properly educate themselves on it in the Korean language. By the way, anytime it's AM versus I'm NM, Vs. By the way, if you haven't been living under a rock, Kaachi is the first quote-unquote K-pop group out of London, also known as the UK pop group. I feel like one of the things that makes K-pop is that they are stationed in Korea and sing in Korean, which Kaachi only does one partially. First off, their official trailer was released 2 weeks before their MV, where most groups release their MVs less than a week after the teaser. But I'm gonna try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it was just because of the whole 91DIVOC thing. Next is their actual MV. I cringed the whole time. At least with the other idols' MVs that I've talked about I didn't cringe, but I was cringing so hard during Kaachi's MV, it actually hurt to watch. Also, can we talk about the fact that they came from a dance company, but I've seen 7-year-olds dance better than them. Their stage presence is either too much or so little that it is hard to watch. Some of the girls are too stiff, some are not controlled enough, and mostly they never move at the same time. Here's just one of the many examples. Their song was just sound. It sounds like a song I would have written when I was 5, and all of them are singing in a range that's too high for them. It's Kaachi. It's Kaachi! At the beginning just told me how bad the rest of the song was gonna be. What the hell are their costumes, and they were trying too hard to do Igo. It's hard to watch idols do Igo, let alone these girls. It looked awkward and super fake. Also, I think the song has too much English. Their stylist really must hate them because their outfits and hair hurt to look at, and this girl always looks uncomfortable. Their singing skills aren't even mediocre. I mean, people hated Lana so much for her singing, and compared to Kaachi, Lana sounds like Ariana Grande. This lady looks like she's forcing every move. Honestly, I just have one word: awkward. I watched a few things on Kaachi and they are the same each time: awkward. They are either over-exaggerating their personalities or not putting in enough personality to the point that it is super boring to watch them. This girl is trying too hard to act like what people see in K-pop, even though most regular Korean people don't act like that. Also, just quickly to address the fact that I will not be talking about what they said about Jennie, because this video is purely the K-pop aspect. I really think that Kaachi would have been better off singing in all English. adding dances to their verses and just saying they are a K-pop inspired group because they don't deserve to call themselves aka pop group. Just like Ollie London can't make an MV, throw in random Korean lines and call it K-pop. It's not only super disrespectful to Koreans and the idols and trainees that might not even debut, but it also gives a bad reputation to Korea and K-pop fans. I do just want to say that I am not trying to bash any of these people. I understand they're humans too, and on the off chance that one of them sees this video, I know they have feelings too. I'm really not trying to hate on anyone because that's not the kind of person I am. Take it more as constructive criticism. I know that Kaachi can improve, but they are just not at their best right now. Please don't be hurt by what I say. Also, I want to say I love Z girls and boys and hope to see more groups like that in the future. Song-wise, I love Take the Wheel and Popsicle best because it's the kind of music I like to listen to. Make It Real was really good too, but I'm not a huge fan of girl crush concepts, even though most of the groups I stan have girl crush as their concept. I just don't like Kaachi's song. Along with it being poorly composed, it just doesn't sound good. It's catchy and not in a good way. It's the kind of catchy that children show theme songs have, where it just won't stop playing in your head and you just want it to stop before you end it all, kind of catchy. Also, because I am not Korean, I will not be talking about pronunciation because I can't judge that properly. I think that overall everyone should be given the chance to be in K-pop if they want, but they must be respectful of the Korean culture and that they need to also have talent. I would love to see more variety in K-pop, and I think anyone who has a dream should at least be given the chance to fulfill it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be respectful in the comments. Love you all. Bye.